Hello guys, welcome back to Pause and welcome to Planet Coaster. Now this is going to be the first of our build series here on the channel on Planet Coaster. We're not starting with a full theme park, we are starting with a kind of recreation, kind of inspired by type ride. So if you don't know already, I live in England. One of my favourite rides in the UK and favourite ride in the world is Valhalla, which is in Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which is sort of Lancaster here in the UK. Now this ride is amazing. I believe it was one of the most expensive rides ever built when it was opened. It's quite old now, but it's still an amazing ride. So anyone who hasn't been on it, it's essentially a flume ride that is almost entirely a dark ride, and it's sort of Viking themed. You've got sort of goes through fire and ice. There is a kind of demons kind of feel to it. There's kind of like two-headed wolf dog things. There's some amazing effects in there, and altogether it's just an amazing experience. And it's, like I say, it's one of my favourite dark rides in the entire world. So there's a few bits that we're obviously not going to be able to recreate exactly. The actual layout itself is not identical. The drops are not identical. However, it's going to be heavily inspired by Valhalla. So don't expect a complete recreation, but it's going to be pretty much following on the same layout roughly in the ride, but it will all be enclosed. So the current layout that I'm putting in here is basically just going through my memory of how the ride layout is. I haven't gone off any sort of POVs or plans or anything like that. It's just generally how my my mind remembered it. I did go on it quite recently actually. I was in Blackpool about 2 or 3 weeks ago. However, like I said, it's not a complete recreation. It's just heavily inspired. Now the first thing that obviously is a bit different, I've had to use the log flume. The actual ride itself is a two-person side-by-side style flume ride with 6 and 8 person boats. So it's slightly different, but obviously we don't have that in this game currently. So a log flume will have to do. So in this episode, you'll see me get the layout of the track all finished off. I begin on the external of the ride, so the entrance area, which in real life, I'll put up a picture now for anyone who hasn't seen it, looks like this, which is essentially a massive rock wall that disguises the show building, the big warehouse. So in this episode, I start on that rock wall and the foundations for the station and the sort of entrance area. So yeah, the rock wall took me quite a while. I do use some water effects to recreate the fountains on there as well. So yeah, that's basically what this first episode is. And then obviously going down the line, we'll start on enclosing the whole ride, getting the theming in there, sort of all the lighting. So it's going to be amazing. I don't know how long this series is going to be. I mean, this footage that you're watching right here, I didn't really get that much done, but this footage was about 1 hour and 20 minutes before I obviously sped it up on the time lapse. So it is quite time consuming, and we haven't really got into any details yet in this episode. So yeah, bear with us. I don't know how often these videos are going to come out either. Maybe once a week. I don't know yet. It depends how much time I get, because they are, like I say, quite time consuming, these Planet Coaster videos. So what I think I'll do now is, just as about to finish the track layout, I will leave you with a little bit of music, and the footage that you're about to see is going to be of the rock work at the front. Now, like I said before, it's nowhere near finished. This is just a very rough base for the rock work. I will be adding some additional rocks other than the terrain editing down the line to make it look a little bit better, but this is just the basics to get the shell in place. So that's what I'm going to leave you with right now. So I'll come back in briefly towards the end of this video just to give it a quick sum up, but for now enjoy this build of Valhalla at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Okay guys, welcome back. So, as you can see, we have got all the rock work in place. I say it's still not finished, I still want to do a few tweaks here and there. But basically, that's the gist of the outside of the building. I've started the foundations of the station. The station I am going to try and make quite similar to the real life one. And that's what we're going to focus on in the next episode, to try and get the outside all sorted. So that's where we'll leave it for today. Like I said, the next one will focus on the outside. So thank you guys ever so much for watching. There'll be more from Planet Coaster and from Valhalla very soon. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!